We're going live, or nearly gone live. Yes. That enough, do you think? Yeah. It's all good. Okay. I think we're all present and correct. Almost. But we are now. Excuse me. We got some names. More names. So, well, here we are again. Wednesday night again. Let me get my seat. Okay. Are we all sitting comfortable? If not, now's a good time to move a shaker around and get comfortable sat. So I've named tonight's meditation. There's our beginning. Well, that's the gist of it. But why I picked that was because we've been going for quite a while, as some of you know, some been from the beginning. We formed it because in the early days of COVID, and we thought we'd just have a circle, or have a circle where we can have a mass of healing going out from sort of one body of people, instead of individuals. Has a bit more oomph to it. So, and we've covered quite a lot of things in a few years we've been going. So I thought it's good to go back and we can't do it all exactly as it was, but we can start one difference straight away, actually. What we used to do a long time ago, we had a little book, and that was our healing book. If we heard of someone we knew or no one, we used to put their name in that book. So your little diary, whatever pocket size thing it is or was. And it is quite amazing going back 3 or 4 years later and looking at the names that were then, and hopefully they're all still around. But it's good. It's a good idea. And it feels that you're actually committing something physical instead of it all sort of doing in the intangent place, I guess. And the book also gives you as something's physical to hold if you need to. That it does help when you are giving people in your book the healing energy. So you could start that, when we finish tonight, we could start that. Well, you don't have to do it at all. It's not compulsory, but it's great having someone's name down, and then every time you look at that book, you're reading that person's name, or many persons' name, and effectively you're sending out the healing to all those people in your book. It's a kind of absent healing, I guess, with a little bit of physicality about it that doesn't make it quite so absent. And they're always with you in your book, and you're always with them. So we're going to do meditation tonight, as always. We'll do some actual planetary healing, which is what we started off for, was to give the healing energy to our planet. Because that was at one point there were bombs flying off everywhere, and God knows what else. Everyone was blaming everyone. And planet took quite a bit of banging and hammering, as you could imagine. And if you've been in that chance, you could see that if, just an example, there's a forest of trees and somewhere, doesn't matter if it is in this case, but in this case, a shell from a big gun has gone off and landed in the forest, and you can imagine what sort of mess it's made. Suddenly the trees are all on their side, their roots are sticking upwards in the air. And think again about all the creatures that live in that tree. Then suddenly their nest is gone, with the eggs in it, with the young ones. But then, by the same token, life goes on. The planet doesn't die. I'll get my words right in a minute. If you go back, like after a bushfire, if you go back in a few weeks' time, plants, bushfires actually do some trees good. Some trees have actually developed their own protection against bushfires with a paper bark, and it gets so hot, this layer of bark comes off, and then the new growth comes out from underneath it, and the tree comes back to life again. Or really, it didn't actually die. So it doesn't die. And the creatures themselves, the plants and everything in that forest will come back. Everything natural, not necessarily man-made. So what I think we could do tonight, excuse me, just get yourself nice and comfortable on a chair, or sit on the floor, wherever you're comfortable, just go sit. And then find yourself in a really good place. If you have a favorite place, then you can go there. Somewhere, whatever takes your fancy. Maybe a piece of clearing beside a little creek, halfway up a hill. Doesn't matter, as long as it's one that you can feel attached to. And then as you get yourself settled, you can lean back against a tree. And as you do, just gradually you notice you can begin to feel the energy within that tree. You can feel the energy from the roots of the tree working up the trunk and out to all the branches. And it really is empowering, feeling that energy from that tree that could have been there many, many years, or maybe just come back to life after the fire. And you've got the new tree. It's a strange feeling, all the energy going around. But all the energy that you can feel is the healing energy that you're giving into the tree. You're giving it for the tree to help it on its growth, help it to become the tree that it was before mankind got to it. This takes a few minutes while we sit there in that quiet. You can hear the birds' song and little creatures of the forest scurrying about. Just take a few minutes to sit there with the natural pain. And you're listening to the sound of nature. And as you listen to that sound, you find and you realize how relaxed, how at peace you are, not only with yourself, but everything you've done this day. And how many people have you perhaps helped on their journey, even maybe just by giving them a smile. And the longer you sit there in the quiet, listening and attracting the sound of the forest, the sound of the creatures, and as you sit there, nice and peaceful and gentle, you realize that some of the creatures that help make all that noise come closer to you. They know you're not there to help them, because they too can hear the sounds of the forest, and they can also hear your sound. And after you've sat there for a little while, there's no reason why you can't just gently and slowly just move on to another place that it appears to be calling to you. And as before, have a look round, find somewhere nice. It's as if it was made and saved for you. And as you sit comfortable, just look at the names in your healing book and send all the energy out to all those names in that book and wish them well, wherever they are, whatever they are doing. And if they're still with us, if they're still walking the grass with us, and every now and again, as you sit there, you can feel just a slight gust of wind. And as it does so, as you look at it, you notice that it turns a page over in the book. And just pick a couple of names out at random and wish them the love. Just take a few more minutes looking around the space that you're in. And just remember the peace, calmness, the quietness, and the healing energy that has been exchanged. If you want to shut your eyes for a few minutes, that's okay. And before we leave, thank all those creatures for making themselves visible to us. And thank them for the lovely songs they've been singing. So now we could leave this place and just move slowly and gently. We don't want to frighten everything away again. And as your awareness returns, strangely, it brings the sounds of the forest with it for you to use whenever, or perhaps whenever you open your healing book. Perhaps the sound, the noise will come back. Just a gentle sound. So just allow your awareness to fully come back to you. And as you feel comfortable and grounded, just allow yourself a few minutes, perhaps bang your feet on the floor or just stand up and have a good shake, get all the energy back again. So that's it for this week. Then I hope you carry on, or start to carry on with the healing book. And don't forget to keep it in a handy pocket or bag, so you always have it with you. So I'll say thank you for being a part of us this week. Hope you had a good time. So until next week, we'll see you later. And don't forget to go for a walk every day and again. Okay, thank you.